Expertise is the foundation of your business. If you're not seen as an expert in whatever field you're in, you're going to be treated like a commodity. You know, like when you go grocery shopping, you just try to find the cheapest option that's available. That's what you're going to be treated as. So expertise is your only way to differentiate yourself and to not be relegated as a commodity. But how do you do that when you're just starting out, when you're literally a nobody? Nobody knows who you are. And you frankly struggle to see yourself as an expert too. How are you supposed to be seen as an expert, right? Before diving in, I'm going to give you 3 key secrets to make it happen. And I'm executing on it myself personally. And this is the quickest way to develop expertise, which is essential. Your business lies on it. It's the bedrock. So the quicker you can develop it, the quicker your business can succeed. But before giving away those 3 main secrets, we have to really dive a bit deeper into why expertise is so essential. So first of all, expertise is just the skill of an expert. If you have any, because I mentioned before, and I'm going to keep mentioning it, business is just problem solving. That's all that it is. But you want to get your problem solved by the most competent person, by someone who actually knows what they're talking about, right? So let's say you have a knee problem, right? You have arthritis or something like this. You're not going to want to talk to the 18-year-old intern who doesn't really know what he's talking about. You're going to want to talk to the seasoned veteran who's the knee specialist, the knee guy, and he knows everything. He's seen thousands of knee problems, and even if he could tell you some BS, that's not even true. You're going to be more inclined to believe him. You're going to be more inclined to actually pay for his services, advice, and whatnot. So same thing in whatever domain that you're in, whatever industry or anything. If you're not seen with that same level of credibility and expertise, then you're not going to have business coming your way. It's required to build trust and respect. And if there isn't trust and respect, even if you already are the best in the world at what you do, you're not going to actually be given permission to bring your full excellence in whatever it is. You need that level of trust and respect. So how can you actually go about building the expertise, especially when you're just starting out? Because that's another thing, is that when you see these experts, everybody started as a nobody. Everyone who's in any field, in any domain, they were all once nobodies. So what's their secret? How do they do it? I've studied it, broken it down. Here's the 3 secrets that you need to know. The first that you have to do, the first thing is read. Read, 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 read. What field are you in? Identify the top authors, identify the top well-respected experts, and buy all of their books, okay? Go to your Staples or whatever office supply store or anything and get highlighters and pens, because you're going to need them. You're going to want to annotate all of those books extensively and identify all of the main important concepts from every expert in your field. Minimum 10 books, minimum. If you can't do that, don't even bother trying to claim that you're an expert in whatever field you're in. That's a prerequisite for expertise, no matter what industry you're in. So read like a maniac. Read like at least an hour a day. I know it's tough. Our attention spans have gotten so short, and we've become weak mentally. So that gives you all the more power if you can actually just sit down and do it. It's like a superpower. Reading is literally a modern day superpower. If you can do that in a specific area and hone in, no force can stop. You will gain so much. And you know that you're actually assimilating information. The reason I said annotating is the best way to actually assimilate it. Let's say you read a book, maybe you only take away 5%, but if you annotate, you might take away 15% of what you read, right? You know you're actually internalizing what's being said, and those concepts are really resonating with you when you can teach them to a friend. If you can teach them to a friend very simply, you got the concept down. So you should be able, at the end of this whole studying period, you'll be doing other things in the meantime. This would be concurrent with whatever business you're building. You know that, yes, you need to be able to explain this simply, and this shouldn't feel like a chore. I know for a lot of people, reading was just an assignment that you had to do in school. It sucked. But no, this should be something you enjoy. You chose this field industry for a reason. This should be like so fun to learn about. This is the best way to learn. So number 1, read. Got to do that. Second, write. Yes, the bread and butter, the fundamentals. You have to write on your topic, write extensively. It is the best way to build expertise. This is where you can now start to flex your own unique perspective on the same topic. Now, what is your unique way of seeing things? What is your framework that you're bringing? How are you advancing the field? This is what you do in a dissertation. For anyone taking a doctoral program or wants to know how academia works, that's what a dissertation is. Whatever field it is, you study all of the existing research that's already been done, and then the question is, how are you pushing the field forward? So you have to do the same thing, whatever field that you're in. And you don't need to go in a PhD program to do it. You don't have to waste 5 years and like $100,000, and you don't have to do that. You can just do it from home. So write. And with writing, one of the amazing things about it is it's like it's repeated observations and problem solving in the same area. If you just keep constantly solidifying your thinking on that, and by doing it publicly, your expertise will be recognized and seen by others. And then you get feedback on it. But when you've constantly written on it, you really start to solidify and kind of lay down lines, tracks of thinking, so that when somebody approaches you, say, hey, I'm dealing with this problem, you've already thought through like thousands of permutations. If you've ever seen like a really good salesperson, they already have an answer to every question that somebody might ask because they've already thought through all the questions in advance. You want to do the same thing, whatever it is that you're doing. And the best way to already do that is writing. That way, when you speak, there's a certain level of wisdom behind your words. There's a certain power behind it. It's not just this, you're just tossing, these glossy words around with no weight behind them. People can feel it, right? Like how I'm speaking right now. I'm able to speak and freestyle on this topic so effortlessly because I've written on this so many times. I've executed on it in my life. And the same thing should happen for you and your business. So write. Don't underestimate it. And it'll help you get found. That'll be the key. It doesn't have to necessarily be a book right away. Although I recommend that every solopreneur should really self-publish their own book. It's the best way to just, if you can say, oh yeah, I have a book on Amazon already, boom, you're going to be seen as way more credible. And it's not that hard to do, actually. I'm going to release a course on that, but that's another story. Okay, reading, writing, and the last one might be kind of counterintuitive for some people listening, but it's to work for free. Yes, for free. I know it sounds counterintuitive because I'm saying, oh, you need to develop expertise so you'll be respected and then you can actually charge more and all of this. But when you're first starting out, you are a practitioner. I don't know exactly what it is that you practice. You practice something. You're a practitioner, but you need to actually practice it, right? So find friends, find someone online, reach out and just start practicing whatever it is. Make them an offer that they cannot refuse. Hey, I'll help you achieve this thing that you want to accomplish. I'll do free for free, and it's a win-win. And the reason why it's so powerful is because you start to utilize the principle of reciprocity. It's a psychological principle. And the idea is like when you give a gift to somebody, they just instinctively feel like, wow, thank you. And they feel like I need to give something back. So if you are giving away enormous amounts of value to other people for free, it's going to kick in that principle of reciprocity. And then they're just going to want to pay you back some way. And that could be a referral. They could spread your services word of mouth to other people. They can write a testimonial, for instance, and then you can use that for your website. And the biggest thing is that they're giving you that wisdom and experience. Because all the reading and writing in the world, there's going to be certain challenges you're going to run into that you could have never anticipated had you not just started working for free. So, and don't underestimate the ROI of it. For those who aren't familiar, ROI means return of investment. So let's say you invest 10 grand into something and you get 100K back, your ROI was 10X. So think about working for free like a marketing expense that you're doing to get the ball rolling, and eventually it'll all come back to you. But you got to give. And that's how you'll receive more, by starting out with just giving and give for free. You don't want to get caught in the trap of of making people think that you're going to be free forever. You don't want that. So there's a bit of a nuance in how you navigate that. You want to make it clear that, hey, I'm doing this free for you for now. This is a thing to get the ball rolling, and It's like a favor, but don't go around telling everybody that I'm just doing everything for free, or else you're going to get taken advantage of. And the whole point of building expertise in the first place is that you don't get taken advantage of. It's a protection against taking advantage of, because you build trust and respect, and people see you as one of one in whatever domain that you're in. And now you finally have the conditions in the business world to do what you practice, what you're meant to practice, and not have to deal with all this other BS that comes with the whole business world, and not get so jaded by it. You're just seen as an expert, you're respected. Boom. So there you go. There's the quickest path to do it. You got to do these three things, the fundamentals, to get off the ground. And it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, if you've literally have zero experience in whatever it is, if you go really hard, you can start to get clients in 3 to 6 months. It's not that hard, actually. Depends on the area. What you can start to work for free. So that's really the secret. I just gave it all to you. Like, I'm just handing out keys. Just take them. Take them. You know, I'm just giving them out, because all these other business gurus and everything are just gatekeeping. They're not actually telling you what they're doing. They're not actually showing you their bookshelf. I challenge other people to actually show their bookshelf and what they're reading and everything, but they don't, because that's like their life and their career depends on that. But I don't care. I'm gonna just give it to you because I've got other better things to do. Anyway, there you go. There's the 3 keys to develop your expertise as rapidly as possible. I hope you find this useful. If you like this, you might want to check out my newsletters, because I actually go into way more detail in the writing. I'm just freestyling, and this is my practicing my oratory abilities. Did I say that right? And but yeah, check out my newsletter. I send 3 free ones a week. And I got some courses on the way for all of y'all to help you. The Solopreneur Suite is on the way, and the newsletter launchpad. But that's for another time. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, until next time, peace.